Hi Libra, I'm here to do your extended read, okay, for the month, all right? The reading's timeless whenever you find it. If it resonates for you, it's applicable. But insofar as the astrology, I'll be discussing this month's astrology somewhat, okay? We just had a full moon, and it's still in effect, and with that I'm falling out with the moon and the Two of Pentacles, so I feel like some decisions are on your mind. Decisions about some things. I feel like some could involve a marriage because you're popping here on the extended Lenormands with the ring. I feel like I'm supposed to do Gemini next, and maybe it's because I was starting with you for the rest of the full moon reading, and the full moon is a very powerful one, so definitely check out the full moon reading. It's loading right now. Should be up within the hour on YouTube for part 2, and definitely check your sun, moon, and rising on part 1 if you have anything Aries through Virgo, or stellums in Aries through Virgo, or dealing with somebody like that. You are popping here with friendship, blame, service, and envy. It's funny, like for some reason I feel like, you know, I'm due to do Gemini and Cancer, and sometimes I go in reverse and mix them up so that, you know, everybody, you know, I don't like always starting with Aries and always ending with Pisces, you know, but I need to get the rest of that full moon out. The full moon will tie into the new moon. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This one in particularly really does, because Mercury and Venus, your ruling planet, are right by the cusp of Capricorn and Sag, particularly hitting those sections of your chart. I went over it in the moon reading. And the new moon on the 23rd will take place near that exact same spot. So I do see these tied in together. I do see some sort of culmination. There's a lot of brute force energy, passion, courage tied to this full moon. The new moon is a time of new beginnings, although I do see it having ties to something that culminates or happens around, you know, around this full moon. And the full moon's operative, you know, the energies before and after. There's also a direct square between the Jupiter-Neptune area of the astrology chart, and you know, aspects that are particularly large right now, okay? Venus and Mercury, which I just discussed. All right, these can bring on feelings of grandiosity, feelings of really heightened, you know, illusions, delusions, but also heightened spiritual abilities, dealings with the law, because we're dealing with Sagittarius 9th house issues as well with Jupiter, and Neptune's now in forward motion. So I feel like a lot of the veils of illusions are getting like lifted on a bunch of things right now that have actually been unhealthy for faith in general and society, that have like been decaying away at it. So these are issues of importance, as well as like there's a lot of dirty laundry going through the press, a lot of hate rhetoric, a whole bunch of stuff, you know. So you can see these play out on an external and internal basis. Here I'm doing these extendeds this month. You know, I always do them one of 2 ways. Sometimes I do them with past, present, future, with a spirit aisle, and this month I'm doing the ones where I separate into categories. So, you know, this month I'm doing family, okay, love, all right, career, and then I'm doing self, all right. So you're popping up here with this self aisle with this envy, and over here you have butterfly garden. So I don't know if you feel like somebody else's life is where you want yours to be, or there's something that you're envying in someone else. And when it's falling on an envy aisle, we're going to take, I'm not going to speak on it until I get there. And it could be that somebody was envious of you, and that this is playing out in you internally because you haven't recognized it, or something like this. I love seeing friendship here on the family aisle. I do have observer, so I feel like maybe you're taking a look back or retrospective of something with family, like trying to go in close and then look at something from far away. Okay, I'm using extended Lenormands at the top. I have wine, ring, tracks, Milky Way, and the bear. And I'm not going to speak on it all yet because I want to see how some of these cards play out. I'll lay them before I speak on all that. With love, it looks a little rocky, and then there's 2, you know, besides when I popped up here with the ring, I knew that something was going on in the love arena. But when I came up here with blame, and I have treasured memories, and now I'm popping with the tower, there's some fights internally with your love life right now, or something here that's affecting your love life from the outside too could also be going on. But yeah, there's also some sort of look back here with this observer, treasured memories, touch the sky, and butterfly garden. That's pretty profound. All right, and then in the career field, you could be in a service-oriented field, or you could need to like direct some of your energies towards service, whether that's at your work or outside of your work, so that you get some positive vibes going here, all right, that you're in need of in some way or want. Okay, so we're going to take a look at it, but there's a lot of talking going on here, and with Mercury so close to Venus, all right, as your ruling planet, you may be involved with somebody that also has some Taurus, Gemini, or Virgo. They can also show up as energy, so that's why I mentioned that, or it's in Capricorn and Sag, of course, that as well. But with the vertex being here for the lunar chart, and the full moon being yesterday, and this being such a powerful full moon, somebody could be entering or leaving your life, or some sort of opportunity through this section of your life could come about. And then if it does, I feel like another section of it will start being, or you can lay new seeds from what comes about at that time of the 23rd and 2 weeks beyond the 23rd. Okay, you still have Chiron or Chiron in your 7th house. Stays in Aries for a very long time. It will start moving direct. It's been in retrograde. It will start moving direct sometime this month. Where's my little? It starts moving direct on the 23rd, which is the same day as the new moon. And that is the wounded healer. It's also the teacher. Somebody could be teaching you. You could be a teacher. You could be, even if you are a teacher, it's like we learn from our students when we are teachers, whatever you're teaching, if you help people in any way, whether you help a friend, sometimes when you're a parent, you teach your child, and there is a learning dynamic that plays out there with your child and your, and yourself, where sometimes you learn from your students, right? Something here about that, especially when it comes to partnerships. There's wounded healing and lessons to be learned from business partnerships, frenemies, anything that's fallen in ill regard. There's a big learning phase here that's going on with you right now as to that. All right, and then the other thing that I wanted to say is in your 6th house, okay, which is work, everyday tasks, that your health, your overall health, your well-being, your daily routine. Sometimes the 6th house is highly also impacted if you're in a service-related field, okay? Particularly like police force, or EMS, or sometimes military. It can play out in that way, but your everyday routine task where you really like toe the line and always try and perform, Neptune's in there, Jupiter's in there, you may feel a little burned out and like almost lost at sea there a little bit, okay? But with Pisces in your 6th house, the fact that service popped up here, service is a huge part of what you do. So even if you're not in a service-related industry, if you do not feel like you're of service, or you have ignored that for money or greed or power, or somebody's interfered with that, you have a need, you have like a desire and a fulfillment in service, okay? But Pisces is a very resourceful sign, so in helping others is going to be a very rewarding part of that for you. However, Pisces is also a very sensitive sign, so your environment can affect you. Who you keep around you can affect you as to your 6th house matters. It can kind of, Pisces is a mutable sign. Their environment can be molded by the things you're exposing yourself to. If you're exposing yourself to toxic people, or people that are very like set in their ways, or very opinionated, and it's kind of like you can't feel like you can't grow or evolve, it can negatively impact your growth in that way. And Libra is all about balance and fairness and equity and partnerships and the give and take and the law and justice and all of these themes that are beautiful about Librans. You can have, when you're dealing with Neptune going through Pisces, there may have been whatever's going on in your sixth house has become bigger because Jupiter's there for the positive or negative, okay? When you have, it may be tied to a woman, it may be tied to a wife. Juno is also in the middle of the sixth house, okay, for those of you that are married. You know, your roles and duties, if you are a feminine, may be getting, you know, weighed down by your everyday tasks, especially if you were caring for a mother or you are a mother or something like this. Just your everyday duties could have been a lot, and now they're starting to move forward. Now that could be completely in a good way, especially if you're in a service related industry, charity work like in advocacy, like service for advocacy, like Department of Health and Services or anything like that, okay, that you do. A lot of reward, a lot of spiritual, deep inner meaning. If you, you know, coach or anything like that, it can be an especially prominent time. You may also, now that Neptune's going direct, realize ways in which you've harmed your own self, or like you were a little disillusioned about something, okay, or somebody else around you was, okay, and you may like be going through a lot of growth and reward because of that now that it starts to move forward, okay. Your ruler is, you know, right at the, you know, right at the 3rd and 4th house cusp, okay, and this is very important because I feel like there's a lot of activity. And possibly someone coming in and out of your home, could be possibly moving homes or discussing moving homes, or there just may be a lot of talks around sources of income, and all things Libra or Taurinian in nature. Even more so if you are, if you have a Taurus prominent placement in addition to Libra. It's like a double whammy. There's a big focus on your small networks, your home, your foundation, your base, your homeland. A lot of talks about these things, okay? With the vertex here, it's like Destiny's Gate, so something pretty big is occurring here. Capricorn is in the 4th house. You could really like a lot of routine around home. You're very stuck to the routines around the home. You can almost be cold and stoic at times, even though you're a very warm, loving sign. You're used to these routines, and if your routines get disrupted, it can affect your 6th house. You know what I mean? Like your everyday feelings of health and general well-being, okay? All right, so anyways, Pluto will be moving into the 5th house in March. I'm going to be doing a special on it. I know I talk about it a lot, but it is a really big deal. And, you know, you have, I feel like, you know, the sun, the solar power is in the 3rd house right now, moving through the sign of Sagittarius. And where this is, right at this 3rd, 4th cusp here, it's going to be very important at the time of the new moon. So expect new beginnings. That said, you could have somebody entering or leaving your life here of some significance, okay? That could be through the birth of a child. That could be through a family wedding. It could be through a lot of things, okay? Whatever it is, it's highly likely to affect you a lot or be a big deal. You know, I see, you know, a lot of courage here. With this, you know, with the sun in opposition to this in the 3rd house, there are things playing out in the 9th house. A lot of emotion, anger, passion, love in the 9th house arena. So this could center around secondary education. Something could be happening that's very emotional at universities, schools of higher learning, surrounding travel, or surrounding a particular Sagittarius or somebody with Scorpio or Cancer, or the, you know, these can show up as people as well. So I just, you know, especially when we're dealing with personal planets. So, you know, you could have an individual that is ruled by the moon, which is the luminary, or Mars, which is, you know, it's Greek Hellenistic ruler of Scorpio, and it's the modern day ruler of Aries and Scorpio. I mean, yeah, Aries, sorry. So, you know, there's something pretty impactful here. And there's also an emphasis on whatever it is that's impactful, that's either blowing up. There could be argumentation around schooling, higher ed, higher values, also around religion and dogma. There can also be arguments about that, or a sense of drive and passion around that. Okay, and with them squaring off in the 6th house here, something's either at a breaking point or at like a big blow up point, or something here, you know, and you may start to see through your own, see something that you did not see before with Neptune starting to move forward, okay? If you're dealing with somebody that, hang on, let me take these out. I feel like they're gonna fall out anyway. I'm not listening to anything, so, whew, hi. Let me cut and start for you, okay? These ones tend to be longer. I already pulled your, but that's what I do them for. I mean, you know, I do short ones, world here, something's either closing out or some big deal here happening. This is in the family front. I see an Ace of Pentacles here. Something here is ready for a new start. You may be like thinking of, okay. I feel like there's some sort of decision here that you were weighing out. Hold on. I'm not going to speak on this until I finish pulling them all, because this is a pretty intense reading for you guys. I don't know why I got the feel to do you today. I thought like I was on you, and it may be because I needed to start with you in the full moon reading, but I started to pull starter cards upstairs when I was working upstairs earlier, and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm not on Libra, and then I was like, well, I already pulled these, I need to do Libra. And then again, I was going to start on Cancer, and then I was like, oh, I'm on Libra. I don't know, so I'm just going to, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to get you guys out, and then I will move back to Gemini, Cancer, and maybe plug around or something a little bit so that I'm, okay, there's some like decisions or delusions going on in your love life here that are pretty prominent, that are like really frustrating you. They're, you know, I don't know, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. Definitely check your other placements if this doesn't resonate for you. This may be about a past relationship or maybe about a current relationship. I see you in a hangman space, okay, here to something that you're really holding on to that's kind of playing out in multiple lanes, so I don't want to call it all out or start interpreting it until I go further, because it's, but just to call these out on the first row, on the family aisle, I have an Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Star, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, I pulled a couple reversals here. I don't like to read in reverse, but I will deal with them as I go through the things. Okay, on the second aisle here, you have the Seven of Cups, the Hangman. This is the love aisle. Seven of Cups, the Hangman, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and Temperance. Okay. Let me just pull for okay. I really do feel like, I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know. There's something huge here going on with your career or your service field that's very positive. This is the most positive thing you have going here, all right? And especially it's going to deal with somebody that's in service or finds a way to serve other people through their business, or has some other groups or charity involvement or something big here that you kind of have. I don't know. Hold on, I don't want to talk about it too soon. Why is the devil there? You're walking away from something here, okay? I'm going to look at something, okay? This service aisle is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. You may be walking away from somebody that has some fire in their chart. Possibly, all right, Venus, Aries, or Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. You know, on this last aisle, did I call these out? On your service aisle, we have the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and Justice, and the Chariot. That is some freaking gorgeous energy. All right, and there's your card right there. All right, there is something about truth and honesty and integrity that's coming out in your career, or something that you're going to get involved with where you can help others. You know, however, or whatever that is, that's freaking huge. Huge for you. You know, if you were a counselor of any kind, if you are an advocate of any kind, whether you're in the justice system or whether you're in something else, there's something pretty freaking beautiful here going on about your ability to help others and really getting positive energy and things coming in here from that. On this other bottom aisle, for self, I have the High Priestess, the World, the Six of Swords, the Four of Cups, and Strength. Okay, and this Four of Cups came out in reverse, so I'm just gonna, we're gonna deal with it, okay? Let's start with this family aisle. I feel like there's some new beginning here in family. I feel like you were at a crossroads in something. Some of you may have been holding on to a marriage, a partnership, or a contract that's ready to be closed out on the family front. I don't know. Or changing, or you know, something here to take hold of this Ace of Pentacles, like you need to get off, which is a brand new beginning. You need to get off the fence on something that you were clinging to, and it may be related to a partnership or a marriage here, okay, in your family life, or something here that you're holding on to for dear life and maybe not speaking on, I don't know. With this tracks showing up here, and the Page of Swords, either you're thinking about making a decision, or maybe you were walking on something, you know, watching something, but there may have been like someone that you're dealing with here that's unconcerned with the feelings of others, whether that's you or somebody else, okay? You know if it's you. And then I have the Star, all right, which is beautiful energy, especially if you have Aqua in your chart. This is that part of your Aqua. If you're a Sun, Moon, Rising, I don't know if you're in here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, showing up here, highly tied to under this Milky Way, which is making me think that somebody is either doing something in the public eye or has public exposure in some way, or this is you, all right? And then I have this Seven of Wands here, all right? So I don't know if you feel like somebody's watching you or somebody's watching somebody else in your family here, or you're watching somebody from afar. You may decide to stop watching them from afar to take action on a new beginning that you want here on the family front, all right? There's a statement here, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This could be somebody that you consider family, even though they're a friend, or something like this, okay? And you may be holding on to something, you know, some old dream as to them, or some new beginning as to them, something here. Hold on one second. So there's some like, this Ace of Pentacles is a gift of a new beginning. I don't know if you have it yet or you want it to do with a family member or a friend. Okay, and if it's a friend that you consider family. Okay, I have the Three of Pentacles here, strong base, something developing over time, something that ages well, either a person or a friendship or a bond of a lot of importance. You may be coming out of a time of resting in regards to this person. You may have turned around from this person or something, or turned around from something may have happened to break off forward movement with this person, all right? And that may be either somebody holding you onto you or something like this, okay? On this Four of Pentacles, you're showing up here, Justice in reverse. Something may have happened, and there's that Page of Swords in reverse, which is the very next card. Something may have happened that felt unjust, or, you know, with somebody that you care about, all right, and weighing up your options here. If you were weighing up your options, I see you taking action to rectify a situation if this is a beloved person in your family, okay? I have the Four of Wands. There may have been like a marriage that like broke up a family or something like this. I see, you know, or you could be traveling, or you could be making a decision about a marriage or a foundation or some sort of thing that you want very, very bad, something that, you know, I feel like this is a past reflection, all right? There, you're showing up here on this Page of Swords in reverse with the Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in the upright. There may have been something unfortunate that happened with somebody else, either you or another air sign here, that was unfortunate, that you're speaking about or thinking about how to fix, getting back on track with, okay? I see here a lot of pain, Libra, I'm sorry. On this star, I have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're healing from something here to do with family and possibly somebody you loved a lot, or somebody that is a friend and a family member. The Three of Swords, you know, it could indicate somebody has some heart issues in your family or needed heart surgery or some sort of surgery. But when I see this Knight of Swords in the reverse and this Ten of Swords, which also came out in reverse, it's like something ended here that you're healing from, or you're looking to pull the swords out of your back or somebody else's over some serious heartbreak that happened. You're looking to heal a situation. Okay, on this, I feel like there's an apology or something here that you feel very wounded about, or like you're a wounded warrior about that happened. It may be involving a Virgo, or you may have Virgo in your chart. All right, but like there is somebody that's like big boss, you know, that's strong. All right, possibly, you know, and I have the Hermit here with the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands, and I have this Seven of Wands in reverse. So a Seven of Wands can be you know, it can be blocking somebody out, not talking to somebody. And so can the Hermit, but the Hermit is also inward reflection. All right, and I feel like you've been thinking about something for a long time because this is on this Observer card. And the Seven of Wands in reverse can particularly mean like giving up, admitting defeat, admitting to faults of your own. It can also have to do with like, you know, giving up on certain beliefs that have gotten in your own way. Okay, if that, you know, is applicable here. Okay, and it could be dealing with a child, or it could be dealing with making an apology to somebody that you really admire, or something of this sort. Okay, admitting defeat on something, admitting something was wrong, or something's gone down wrong here. I feel like something's gone down wrong here. I feel like you've been thinking about something, that you care about somebody here, or you realize that they're there for a reason, somebody in your family, or that you feel like is family. Okay. All right, there is a, this bear can also deal with being, you know, well, I'm just going to keep, I'm going to pull some more before I speak on that. In fact, I'm going to pull a different deck for you just in case I have any repeaters, because this is such a heavy read. I can't wait to get down to this line down here, but I'm not going to rush the process. All right, on this Seven of Cups, I feel like something is changing about your love life. Like there's something where like in your love life, it's like I accept responsibility for my own well-being, and you may not feel like something's hitting off in your love life well right now. Regarding your emotional options, there may be like failure to agree in your love life, or previously or now, on what emotionally fills your cups. There may be like an ideological issue with a partner you're with now, or a previous partner where you guys didn't match ideologically and what you value emotionally in your life. Okay, I'm popping here with the King of Rods, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. And I feel like some of you guys may be going through a breakup in the month of December, particularly if you dealt with somebody that has any fire in their chart. Okay, take it as it resonates. Give me the Hangman. All right, if so, it's like you decided to stop working on it because you felt trapped. So to put yourself back up in the upright, you're accepting your blame or your responsibility in the relationship that went sour, or for things that have gone sour in the relationship. Okay, I get the feeling that either somebody you were with made you feel trapped, or like you couldn't work on it, or you're working on your feelings of feeling trapped, something of this sort. Okay, what is this Hangman? I feel like you're in a position of waiting. Yeah, like there's some sort of battle, a legal battle, possibly a divorce here that you're stressed out about or anxiety ridden over. Okay, dealing with a mother figure. Either you're the mother figure or somebody else is. You're popping here as the Empress. So I think this is you. Something you're stressed out about, either getting a divorce or something to do with a contract or an alliance here that you're extremely stressed out about. You may be stressed about the way you fought with somebody, or the way somebody fought with you. Okay, something you acted like you had to have at all costs that didn't work out well, or something like this. Okay, What is this 10 of, I like this though, because it's like you switch gears to go after, like you get in touch quick here. There's treasured memories. So I don't know if you think about your past home life or just memories in your love life that are coming up that are like, this isn't like, that are denoting to you that there's something wrong with the one you're with, or that somebody in the past here, I don't know. I'm going to take a look, okay? What is this 10 of Cups here? Queen of Rods. I feel like you guys are with somebody in the world. Like, I feel like you guys are with somebody with a lot of fire, sun, moon, rising. You're making a decision about whether to close something out or go to the next phase and keep trying. You're at, you know, about a happy family life, all right? You may be, again, going through some sort of breakup. And like, part of that breakup may be like accepting like, I've been wrong too, and walking away or something like this. Maybe reflective here and making a decision, okay? It's kind of a big deal, all right? It's a focal point for you in this month, okay? Whether you're processing old relationships or the one you're currently in, okay? I do see a lot of trapped energy that changes here, okay? Because I feel like you decide to get on track here. And for some of you, it is closing down something that's going on in a love relationship that's unhealthy with your main partner if you're with somebody, okay? What is this Knight of Wands? I feel like here's that Four of Swords with the Seven of Rods in reverse. I feel like this Knight of Wands is you're going to run towards something. I don't know if it's something new, a new relationship or something, but you're coming out of a period of either not talking, being blocked off from talking to somebody, or not talking about something, or from your own healing here that you want to move forward towards fast. All right, and you know, or something here about your relationship. Yeah, there's a lot of mourning here, rest. You know, maybe you let somebody in that hurt you. Maybe that you were blocked off from somebody that you didn't want to be blocked off from, and there was a lack of healing there going on in your heart because of it. And if it's with family, then it's affecting your love life. But I feel like this is your love reading. So I feel like you are coming out of a period of mourning or rest, about a realization here in regards to something with your love life, okay? Now, it could be that you just get a move on here, but I feel like some of you guys, wow, you're just popping all over this read, okay? With this Temperance, the Three of Pentacles and the Justice, some of you guys literally may be going through a divorce, okay? Working on a contract related to a divorce, something of that, yeah, Ten of Swords. Putting an end to something. A base may have been messed up here in your love life, okay? And I feel like this is with your significant other. I'm sorry if you're facing a breakup or going through that, okay? And there is like something here, if you are, about being like, I treasure like the time we had together, or your memories, even though it didn't work out with us, something like this, okay? But I feel like this is a current relationship for a lot of you. All right, there's something about the new alchemy or mix here that's like very important, all right, an ending that's very important here, that's pretty heavy for you this month, okay? You know, with Pluto going through the tail end of Aquarius and Capricorn, that's like your 4th, 5th house cusp. I feel like if you are dealing with a breakup or dealing with something like that, it might finally be processed, or you're talking about transforming something. It really could be as to, I don't want to speak on it too soon, but I'm not going to speak on it too soon. Okay, give me this Knight of Cups here. Yeah, on this Knight of Cups, wow. It's like, I feel like you are, if you've been sitting on the fence with something's been calling you to do something, to be of service to somebody else for a new beginning. I have this Ace of Pentacles up here, so I do feel like for some reason it ties back to family. I don't know if that's giving back to your family or taking part in something, a friendship that feels like family, something like this. But I see you moving towards greater stability on this front with Six of Swords, Judgment, and the Ace of Pentacles. That's like a deeper soul calling here. All right, and it's very important. And you're bringing, you've got to bring either a cup of love forward in what you do professionally, or what you are going to start doing professionally that you feel like you're being called to do. And it may be to help, it may be community service, you know, if it's not your job. But whatever is popping up here is really a big deal. Okay. All right. Again, this is falling on this aisle. There's some decision or indecision here. I just talked about the Capricorn cusp here, about something to do with a contract or relationship or marriage, or something here that's blowing up. This King of Pentacles here, representing a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I say he because of the energy behind the card. There's no gender in tarot. This is a very mature person of greater status. This could be somebody that comes along that offers you a partnership and something where you can be of service to other people. Very, you know, mature, grounded person, may own their own business, but this also looks like something here might be blowing up here at work. This may be what causes some sort of decision or change here. Okay, because I have the Devil, the Two of Swords, and the Tower. There could be something that was messed up with this King of Pentacles that blows up with them in the time of, I hate to say that, like your relationship, but either a contract you have at work or some sort of agreement here was some sort of travesty or change, and it may be because of somebody's greed or obsession or codependency, or something to do with your relationship or a contract at work here, which you feel like you made a bad decision or prior bad decisions, which then become a base for you to try and help people. You know, sometimes the biggest mistakes that we make in life, we grow from by helping other people. Something like this here, okay? Give me this Ace of Cups. Something about this big change that you need to do, either like there's a big truth that comes in. Again, I'm flopping with the King of Wands. I feel like all of these things, there's a change in trajectory or change in what's going on here. With the Strength, I feel like some of you are dealing with somebody possibly with some Leo or Sag as a sun, moon, or rising here, or this is you. But there are two aces here, the Ace of Truth. There is a need to find strength. Some of you that work in the recovery business or help people in recovery or in counseling or work with animals, okay, could be featured here. There could be some new offer or beginning when it comes to those things. Okay, some of you could work with animals or in some sort of therapy or something like this, okay, or feel very close to animals. There's something about taming your inner beast and speaking your truth to tap into love and an abundance of love to come back to you from giving. But for whatever reason, you're also at a crossroads with this, and there's also some blow up here. So, and it may have to do with something that went on with your relationship, and somehow what happened to you or what's happening to you internally gets, you know, put into this so that you can help others, something like this, okay? What is this Justice? There is some karmic justice here coming in, having to do with work. And again, this could have to do with lying, cheating, stealing, manipulation, theft at work, competition and camaraderie. All right. If you are involved in the service industry, work with animals, or like you're involved in the military or something like this, there could be like covert ops that you're working on or training that you're working on, something like this. And other people from afar may be involved in this, something like this, okay? Give me this Chariot. For others of you, I feel like you're speaking on things that have happened to you or things that you've learned that have become very important for your own soul growth. I see you moving quickly towards a victory by that. Okay, here, this aisle is the most amazing aisle. Okay, give me the Chariot. Yeah, there's like major healing here for you. That's like saying just go for it. Like here with your options, 10 of Pentacles. It's like your 10 of Pentacles, your ultimate security, happiness, and like health comes through from this growth that you're doing, this service of others. Okay, although there's a major fucking blow up here, and it happens to be on this ring lane with, you know, and I do see some repeater cards that are of some significance here. I have on this Chariot, the 4 of Cups, the Star, and the 7 of Cups. Something about seeking out your other emotional fulfillment here, to reprocess your feelings of spiritual or emotional lack, or some sort of rejection that you faced in life, again becomes a pivot to serve others or to grow as an individual in a way that's very rewarding to you. And it says touch the sky, so go for it. Whatever that is, that is going to lead to, even if you have a breakup, something beautiful here. Okay? Because I do see a lot of pain here in this love lane, and I'm sorry. Whether it's in the past and you're processing it or something, there's something. Give me this, let me know. Give me this High Priestess here. I feel like you are seeking, like, there's some like languishing death or reprocessing or rebirth here, that like you may be like envious of other people's emotional like a well-being, or like you're waiting on something, a transformation of some sort, and that may be within yourself emotionally. Like you don't feel like you're there where you need to be yet emotionally, and there may be somebody else that you feel like is, that like some sort of something going on here. Pretty big. And it says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And that's very important to recognize, that like, you know, everybody's got, you know, everybody comes with their own bag of marbles, you know, and everybody comes with their own, like, you know, a hand, right? And, you know, you don't know inside somebody's life or somebody else's struggles, you know, but there's something here where you're waiting on something like spiritual insight, or something you may just have felt a little tapped out, tapped in, but it's this right here that's going to get you there. It's this aisle here that I see, about this service aisle with all this work and all these new beginnings of something that's very freaking amazing, that gives you reward and a sense of inner feeling. Okay, now you may be feeling very emotional about something that's like revealed to you, or something like this. Okay, again, I'm popping with the world down here. I had the world over here on this love lane, and it's falling under these ring aisle. There's the world here. That's like either something closing out or some sort of success, and it may be that like you don't feel like you were at a place of inward, Ace of Cups, overflowing love. Okay, you may, and the 10 of Wands, like you may be, you're working on it. You may be working on like love, or like getting to love. That's something that like you want to get to. That may have felt out of reach, like you got like a bad box of rocks or something on the love department. But I see something good coming for you once you make a decision to go after what really fulfills you here. Okay, I have the 6 of Swords here. It's like the second or third time the 6 of Swords has popped up here. So I do feel like there is some major movement here that you've been thinking about, maybe something you've been weighing on. Yeah, it's victory. 6 of Swords. I have the Page of Swords and this 6 of Wands. Again, like there's, and the Star. Holy shit. Somebody's in the public eye. Somebody's in the public eye, or, you know, has some sort of public acclaim and is moving, you know, onto calmer waters here, that you're either watching or that is seen in some way. Okay, they could be an influencer, they could be like in the entertainment industry, something of this sort, or this could be you. You could get some sort of acclaim because of a decision that you make that's based on being in touch emotionally in one way or another here, and there's something here about rejection on an old investment, okay, over time, or reinvesting into a relationship from the past. King of Rods, okay. there may have been some rejection from, again, a fire sign or somebody from the past here. It could involve like a sibling or somebody you knew as a child, where you are like facing your own inner demons of household dysfunction between in your family unit, something like this that's pretty big here. You could have felt abandoned as a child by a father figure that didn't invest in you enough, or you could have had a father figure that was a Leo. All right, a Leo, because I keep having strength pop up with this. There is temperance too. Could also have been a Sagittarius, but I've just had it pop up so much. I don't know if you're really missing somebody and feeling emotionally unfulfilled, but I have like that you're connected with this person. This person is still connected with you. And like a realization of that, like that you're never alone, that they're always watching you is important here, or somebody else is looking out for you. That I see, okay? All right, give me the strength. Yeah, I feel like this was like a father figure or something, or maybe you're a father figure, okay? I have the strength with the Emperor and the Hermit, okay? Some of you may be dealing with somebody with some Aries or Virgo in their chart, or this may be you. Again, I've seen Leo predominantly here. This person may be a head honcho or is a head honcho or something like this, their own boss, their own CEO or something like this, or being in charge of your own self-care is very important. The Lovers is popping out with that, and I saw it over here. Like I accept my responsibility for my well-being, and I feel like there was some real unhappiness in the love department here. That's pretty big going on for you right now. There's something beautiful here, but there's something old pain from love, something here very large I went over when I was there. This turns into a treasure, okay? At first I feel like it's a treasure of you feeling like you got dealt a bad deck, okay? You going in and making a choice introspectively that takes a lot of strength, okay? And dealing with your own like realization of some things, there's, you know, of where you're at versus where somebody else is at, and not feeling envy in that regard, that you're right where you're supposed to be at the exact right time, and that you're going to get there by following your own intuition and taking time and space and breathing with it, that it's something that develops over time, okay? Your self-care, your self-love, your emotional development. Maybe you're wishing that like these old things from the past didn't bother you as much, or something here about getting a bag or a box of rocks. I don't know why that message keeps popping up on something that you feel fucked over on. Okay. Give me this, give me the Lovers. I feel like I started with strength over there. Like, yeah. I feel like there's some truth about making a choice here, and divine timing and destiny here that comes in. It may have to do with a love relationship, okay, from the past, or one that's new. Empress is popping up again. A mother and a child relationship, patience and temperance, and feelings of rejection and healing. Wow. I'm not sure if this is your ex or your mother, or issues with your mother-father deal, but this is a pretty big freaking deal down here. And it's like you're fighting your own inward battles and facing your own truths about scenarios here yourself, and a lot of feelings about illuminating the truth on something, you know, and it's very tied to Jupiter. And I already told you that Jupiter is in square to Venus and basically to Mercury as well. All right, so there's feelings of grandeur, and ego can come up as well. And when we're dealing with Leo, there's issues of ego. There's some examination of internal ego here, and there's a breaking down of it that's very, very positive of for you. But there is a judging of yourself here in the beginning that I'd like to see like lighten the load. So hopefully just talking about it does, you know, because you're judging yourself on where you're at here. That's showing up some, and like you don't need to do that, because like though you're facing a lot of challenges here, or have in the past, like this is a very, you know, high being. Again, I'm getting some sort of Leo or fire sign is either a problem here or was a problem. Let me know how that played out for you. But you know, this looks freaking gorgeous. Let me just get some final advice, and I'm going to close it out. I think The rest of the, I think these are loaded up onto the cloud now, so I can load, shouldn't take long. By the time you see this, which I plan on loading later tonight too, the full moon reading will be in there as well. So definitely make sure you check it out. All right, Ten of Cups, something about ultimate family happiness, death. Some of you are going through a breakup or went through a breakup in regards to a family matter, or dealing with somebody, possibly with some Scorpio, with the truth. Face the truth about whether a family scenario in which you're unhappy. I'm sorry, Libra. Ten of Cups, death, Ace of Swords. Something needs to majorly transform within the family unit here for you to survive, for you to achieve everyday happiness and family life. All right, and that's the truth. And realizing the transformation that's needed is very important for you at this time, so that you can go after what you deserve and what you want and what's emotionally fulfilling for you. Okay, some of you could have lost somebody in the family. If so, I'm sorry, but I think for the majority of you, this is about transformation and realization of what makes you happy and fulfilled. Okay, specifically in regards to marriage and family. Okay, and again, I feel like there was a waiting period here about a fool's leap or about a child, and it may be that a child was holding you back from a divorce or a breakup, or that you somehow, okay, well, yeah, walk away. Eight of Cups. Death, Hangman in reverse, Fool in reverse, Eight of Cups. There's some delay here about jumping out of something that was causing you a lot of unhappiness and preventing you from having a full Ten of Cups. And that's the truth, Ace of Swords. So there's some sort of big process here. Hermit, Nine of Wands, Judgment, and word reflection. And I feel like for a lot of you, it has to do with the marriage and working, whether you can keep working on this marriage or not, or live in relationship or whatever it is. All right, that was really heavy, Libra. For some reason, you kept popping up and out, and I don't know why, but anyway, I'm going to film another one or two tonight. I will see you for Singled and Troubled in Love. I will see you guys, all right, in the other readings. I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye, Libra.